My buddy Dave Gary and Calder Bernard. They wanted to talk about the Dodgers and the Giants, respectively. I'm going to start off with Matt Caine and his perfect game. I found out that night that he was throwing the perfect game when I logged on to the So What You Saying page. And the admins from New York had it posted on the wall, Caine's perfect through seven. So I threw the game on the Major League Baseball network, and that crowd was out of its mind. It was almost as if they willed Matt Caine to throw that perfect game. They weren't going to let Matt Caine not throw that perfect game. The fielders behind him were lights out. That poor third baseman at the end of the game, I don't know how he got enough muscle on that throw to get it across the diamond, but he ended up doing it in a couple fantastic plays by San Francisco Giant outfielders that also helped preserve the perfect game. 130 years of baseball between New York and San Francisco. I found it hard to believe that this is the first perfect game they ever had, especially with as many big time pitchers as they've had come through. I see them in this pennant race right alongside with the Dodgers for the rest of the season. Of course, Lincecum is going to have to become Lincecum again. I think he will. A lot of other people that I talk to, they think that he might be washed up. Little guy, maybe too much torque on the arm, but that's yet to be seen. As far as the Dodgers are concerned, 42-25, best record in baseball. Ethier isn't hitting, but as you seen yesterday and during the game, he helps out in the field so much. He saves runs out in the field. Two-time Gold Glove right fielder. Dodgers 18-13 in one run games. That's the most in major leagues even played. 19-12 without Matt Kemp in the lineup. 31 games without him in the lineup. The 19-12, but that's an aberration because they're gonna need Kemp in the lineup for when the season keeps rolling along post All-Star break. It's a true testament to Mattingly and his staff that the Dodgers are playing as well as they're playing. Also, they're pitching lights out. Second in the league in team ERA, second in the whole majors, not just the National League and the majors. They're not going anywhere. They're going to be right in the mix for the title. Mattingly and those guys got them playing solid fundamental baseball. What are we going to talk about next? My boy Chuck wants to talk about the Yankees because if say what you want about the American League East, you put them in the National League East. Now that's a gauntlet. You've seen the tough time that the Yankees just had this week with the National League East teams. 9 in a row versus National League East teams. Sweep away the Mets, go down there, sweep away the Braves, come up to DC, sweep away them. Bryce Harper, ooh. Unbelievable, the Yanks. Nova 9-2. Yesterday, 7 2/3, 1 run ball, 7 hits, 4 walks. The guy is 5-0 during this 20-4 Yankee stretch. Nova's 5-0 with a 2.50 ERA. That is unbelievable. Phil Hughes pitching lights out, and you can directly correlate this Yankees hot streak to the starting pitching of the Yankees now. Every day you got one of these guys taking the hill, and they're gonna shut you down. They're not even giving up 2 runs a game. 11-1, 1.97 ERA for the Yankees starting staff during this run. All you gotta do is score 2 runs, and the Yankees are gonna win. That lineup score 5 runs at its sleep. 5 runs at its sleep. These pitchers are gonna allow only 2 runs. That's what I meant to say just before. If these pitchers are only gonna allow 2 runs a game, no one's gonna beat them. It almost is like it's a blessing in disguise that Robinson got banged up after Rivera did. Soriano's doing his thing. Robinson's gonna come right back and slide in that 8 spot, and you're not even gonna skip a beat. Since April 19th, there's only one team tied in baseball. The Cincinnati Reds and the New York Yankees had the best records in the major leagues since April 19th, 34-19. I just watched the Reds play this weekend, and they pretty much beat the heck out of the Mets in every aspect that you wanted. Relief pitching, starting pitching, fielding, running, fundamentals. Dusty Baker got them guys playing lights out also. But the Yankees, they could run away with that division. If the rest of the people, if the Rays, if the Orioles, if they're not handling their business, because the Yankees keep pitching, they're gonna run away and hide. The admins from Detroit wanted me to talk about the Phillies' failures. What do you say about that? They stink. You know, there's no waiting for Utley. There's no waiting for Howard. This guy, that guy, they stink. Period. The manager said it. You know, the best players. I keep seeing on these other pages, they keep referring, the Philly fans keep referring to some guy named Chooch. Who the fuck is Chooch? And man, if that was the guy's nickname on my team, I'd call him by his regular name. Chooch. I keep thinking you guys are talking about pussy over there every time I look. Chooch. Who? Somebody get on this freaking page, please, and tell me who the hell Chooch is. And how he should be an all-star. Be that as it may, come trading deadline, the Phillies will be jumping ship and throwing everybody out to all the real contenders. Because your run is done. 5 straight NL East titles, 1 ring, and that don't even count because you only played Tampa Bay. When they were all young and scared to death, never even seen the playoffs before. Where's Big Roy and Little Roy and Chooch and all you guys with the corny ass nicknames? Beat it, Philly fans. Beat it. What are you guys going to do with your pages now? The Phillies stink. I still love Nico and I still love Chris, though. As far as the rest of the National League East is concerned, my Mets are my Mets. I said it 3 months ago. We're going to finish 500. That's my little personal pennant race. 500. If you'd have said in March the Mets are going to finish 500 this year, everybody told me, I said it, but everybody told me I was crazy. But that's what I signed up for, and that's what it still is. They're no better than a 500 team if I'm lucky. You don't get swept by the Yanks, sweep the Rays, come home to get swept by the Reds if you're a contender. That's what mediocre teams do. That's my Mets. They're mediocre. Quite frankly, I think the Nationals are going to run away with it. Nobody's going to listen, oh, you're crazy, Newman. Newman's crazy. Yeah, well, the Nationals are going to run away with the National League East. Atlanta, in my book, stinks. 5 games above 500. The Mets, mediocre. Florida, who knows with them? With Guillen and Reyes and all the rest of them, they might need a team of psychologists down there. But for me, the National League East is Washington. The beginning of the year, the National League East for me was Philadelphia and Washington. Well, Philly's not in it, so Washington. That's what I said then. That's what I say now. The National League, no, not the National League. Matt Lucas, he wanted me to talk about LeBron James and the Dallas Cowboys being the 2 biggest failures in sports over the last 2 years. I think everybody has a different definition of the word failure. I can't call LeBron James a failure. I can call him, I just can't call him a failure. You're losing in the finals, you're losing in the playoffs to other great Hall of Fame players also. You know, they're trying to stop LeBron James from winning the title. It's not like he's able to just walk on the court, okay, give me the ring, that's it, I'm going to go now. You know, he's losing to other men, other future Hall of Famers. One failure I will give him is the Orlando series. There's no way they should have lost that Orlando series. He has quit a few times on his teammates. That can't be disputed in the playoffs. But I can't go as far as to call LeBron James a failure. You know, for me anyway, he's the best player I've ever seen in my life. I've always had an issue with him from here on up. Something's always been wrong with him. He looks to be clearing that up now. Quite frankly, in my book, at the same time, he's not really doing nothing different in these playoffs that he's done all the other years, except for he's making a few extra free throws now. That free throw that he made last night, I think the Heat were up 3. Maybe there was 13 seconds or 16 seconds left. LeBron went to the line. You know he's 1 for 2. So he misses the first one, but he made that second one to push it to 4 when in other playoff series, he would have missed both. He would have missed 2 free throws. So the other game, he's 12 for 12. And these are the pay attention to detail, cross the T's, dot the I's things that champions need to do. That's what they need to do. The little things. We know that he's going to put 30 up, 14 up, and 8 up. When are you going to put them up? That is the question with LeBron James. Somebody on here, I made a post saying LeBron James and them finally found a team that's doing more dumb shit than they are down the stretch. That's not hate. Dave Rodriguez, who told me to stop sipping Haterade. Who the hell still says Haterade any damn way? You should be hating your corny ass self for saying haterade. You must be from Idaho somewhere or something. There's no hate. Guy's the best basketball player I've ever seen. When I hate people, I don't say that to him. The guy's making a couple extra free throws, and Oklahoma City does not know what they're freaking doing in the fourth quarter of these finals. Kevin Durant and LeBron James went head-to-head in that fourth quarter. Durant was 1 for 5 with 2 turnovers. When LeBron James decides he wants to lean on Kevin Durant for a whole game, by the time the fourth quarter comes, Durant is done. Spoelstra just needs to keep LeBron James on Durant the whole game, and that's it. Hey, Dave Rodriguez, does that sound like a bunch of hate to you? I mean, come on, give me a break. Do you even pay attention to the page? I had to call you out because I'm not going to be called a hater. You guys call me a hater and never come up with one quote, one little piece of substance to back up any of them damn comments. It's a joke. Still love you though, Dave. And how long you been a LeBron James fan? Or who'd you like before LeBron James came in the league? Because you must be one of those I root for the player, not the team type of dudes. Lame. I hope I touched on everything that you guys asked about. You know me, I'll talk about other people paying attention to the details, crossing T's, dotting I's, and I definitely fall way short in doing anything like that. But till the next time, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you don't like it, tell me to go fuck myself. It's whatever. Till the next time.